Good afternoon, sir. I'm Priyanka from Business Northeast. Today, I'm really happy to have you here from NECTAR, and we are really willing to know about NECTAR and how NECTAR's mission is coming forward and how your mission is becoming successful in Northeast. So, far as technology outreach is concerned.
So, thank you very much. Actually, the NECTAR's full form is called Northeast Center for Technology Application and Reach. Our main mandate is dissemination of technology for the societal development. So, and another mandate is that how to make the skill manpower through technology. So, if you look at the organization in itself, this is unique in this country because this is where the technology which has been developed in the country in our lab, so say for CSIR lab or IIT or any central universities. So then connecting those technology to the industry and take it to the larger scale and we take it to the society for the societal development or the benefit of the society. So it produces a large number of livelihood in different sectors because and of course, since it is an organization under Ministry of Science and Technology, so Science and Technology itself, Ministry itself is providing the opportunities to connect all the other Science and Technology institute all over the country. So in that way, what we try to do is that, so whatever the technologies are available in the lab, so from the lab we are trying to take it to the society for the societal development.
Okay. So how much fund is required to, for this technology outreach in this region?
No, basically what we do, we have different schemes. Out of which two schemes are more prominent, or mostly we are working on two different schemes. One is called Technology Outreach Services Scheme, that's called TOS, and one is called Bamboo and Allied Service Scheme, that's called BANS. So through these two schemes, we provide funding to the entrepreneurs, to the self-help group, to the NGOs, even to the state government and any academic institution. But only criteria is that the proposal and all these things, anybody can apply, but it has to be through online process. And the criteria is that the proposal has to be vetting through the state government department, so that we have a very close connection with the state government, and we come to know that what are the projects basically going on in the respective states. So in doing so, what we do basically under these two schemes, we provide financial assistance in the form of not a bad number. So there are around 25 lakhs of money we provide to the as a financial assistance to initiate some project, not in the form of R&D, but in the form of either product development or technology development.
Okay. So listening to your answer, we are now curious to know what kind of collaborations you are making with government departments so far as technical assistance is concerned.
So as I did mention to you that all the projects that we have been doing in NECTAR Northeast, it has to be vetted through the state government department. But many of the cases it happens that when we take up the project, because as I already told you that project we are taking up through online processes, and we get a large number of projects. All the project we make it a screen, and the screening has been done by our committee, some screening committee members, and then we take the project to a committee called Project Assessment Committee, PAC, which is basically the committee members are either industrialists or scientists or administrative officers who will basically in front of whom the screen proposal would be presented. So when it is presented, then they may according to their the criteria they will choose. Then what we do, we directly tell the respective state government, particularly the Science and Technology department of the respective state or planning department of the respective state, to go through this project, whether these are the project in your state that we are going to take it up. So we just tell them because they are also concerned that some projects are going on in their states. That's the only thing. Either other way also, the state government can also submit a proposal to us on a particular aspect. But as I did mention, for example, I can give an example. Suppose we got the technology to mitigate the arsenic from the water. So arsenic mitigation. We know the arsenic is a huge problem in Northeast, particularly in Assam. So what we tried to do, we then the technology where we will implement the technology. So then we asked the state government department, particularly water related department, that can you provide us the places, let's say for example few schools, girls schools or boys schools in the remote areas where they are not getting pure water. So if you can provide us at least 4, 5, 6, 7 schools name, so we can give them the arsenic mitigation technology in the school compound. So in that way we requested to the state government, particularly Assam, and they have given us 8 different schools name in different districts. So we have implemented that.
Okay.
So that's the way we connect to the state government.
Okay. So the next question is, like we know that there is lot to do for regional economic boom. So how NECTAR is helping to create such platform that this boom will happen?
So I can give you 2-3 examples. I already told you that this is a unique organization in the country, and to me as a personally, it should be everywhere in the country, this type of organization. We have many organizations which provide fund for the R&D, but we don't have an organization which provide fund for the capacity building as well as entrepreneurship development, right? So whatever the project that we give, we basically ask a business model from the entrepreneur or from the any XYZ. So that business model, and we also look at this how the ROI would work, return on investment. Suppose we provide 25 lakhs to any entrepreneur. So we look at this, what is the timeline at which the entrepreneur will get it back to their hand. So this is a very critical way of doing all these things. So there are n number of things. We have already given around 160 proposals within last 3-4 years, and out of which more than 70 has been completed. So there are many are working in a very nice way. One example I can give you, one guy in Manipur, we have provided him as some kind of drying machines technology. So the spice drying, you know, the turmeric, ginger is very costly and very effective, particularly after COVID. So or the chili, so whatever it may be, he polish it, slice it and dry it and then grind it. Okay. So after that he may sell it as a in a wholesale in a bulk, or he or she can do their own branding and sell it to the market. Okay. So the guy from Manipur, we have supported hardly 20 to 22 lakhs I think. So now his turnover is more than 1 crore.
Okay.
At this within a year. So another example I can give, which is in Guwahati itself, in Ajara. So there are 5 girls who lost their job during COVID time. They were working as a in the restaurant. So restaurant, maybe they were as a service provider for that. So they lost their job. They came back. So they wanted to do something. So since they are from Ajara and this Dipur bill is very close to them, so they used to get this water hyacinth and then do some handicrafts items. So what way we supported them, how the technology has improved their whole things in a big way. So we have given them some hot air oven. So instead of drying the water hyacinth in sunlight, they are drying in the hot air oven. So the drying time has reduced drastically. So for sunlight it takes around 12 days to dry for the particular requirement. But with the help of this thing, this hot air oven, they can dry the same thing in 36 hours. Oh. So huge reduction in time. At the same time, when you dry in the open space, then there may be chances of rain. So how we will take them within a short time? So again it gets prolonged. So with this drying machine and some semi-automatic loop that we have provided them, so we asked them to make some yoga mat. This is what happened in COVID time. So the yoga mat, that also specifically we asked them to make it biodegradable yoga mat, 100% biodegradable. So this thread they have to use of banana fiber. So and then after they produced that one, it became so popular within a year. So a lot of media from the national media came and took the interview. So 5 girls were initially involved with this. Now around 57 women are involved for the whole thing, and their monthly average income is around 10,000 rupees. So those who were housewife earlier, so they are now getting orders from all over the world for yoga mat. Not only from India but all over the world. So such kind of, there are many examples. So for example, that we introduced for the first time, and this yoga mat, you can go through the Google. The name of the yoga mat also we have given a specific name. That's called moorhen yoga mat. Why moorhen? Because moorhen is the name of the birds. To see these birds, because we know that the Porbil is the bird wildlife sanctuary. So to see the moorhen birds, people used to come all over the country, because this is in Assamese, it's called Kamsarai. So that whole ecosystem, because of water hyacinth in the Porbil has lost. Now we could revive that whole ecosystem back because of such kind of thing. So one is that the climatically, because we revived that whole ecosystem. And in reviving this whole ecosystem, we also provided livelihood to the local people over there. So it's directly, maybe I'm talking about the directly 57 women are involved. But indirectly you can see, now local people are also involved to take the water hyacinth out from the water and supply them. So there's an indirect livelihood also there.
Okay. Recently, we have heard that NECTAR has organized Northeast Startup and Entrepreneurship Conclave, and we are really interested to know what is its impact.
Yeah, as I told you that we have given a project to 162 different agencies in terms of whatever may be, NGOs, self-help group, some individuals, state government, and also I told you that 70 of them has already completed. Many are ongoing, many are in the verge of completion. So we wanted to know what is basically they have done, and many of them, as I told you, they have done very good job. So we want to showcase them to the public, and bringing public from not only from the Assam, Northeast, but and from the entire country. So we invited the many government officials from the other department, Agriculture Ministry, Science and Technology Ministry, DONA Ministry, Horticulture Department, all ministries, the MSME department, all ministries representation was there. And we make this, we requested all our entrepreneurs to make a stall over there, showcase their product. So what happened? In doing so, the people, and also we invited many businessmen, so that they get a direct market link for their product, right? So people get to know that what is they are producing. People get to know what are the actual amount they are producing. So with this, now many of them got a very good market linkage. So the main idea is to recognize themselves and taking them to the global market.
Okay.
So that's the main idea.
Now we are interested to know that does NECTAR has any plan to develop this scientific culture and this technological interest among the school students or students of other age groups?
Yeah, of course, it's a very important and very good question. So how this technological concept or mindset can be developed among the student community. So there are various things. So we took up in 1, 2, 3 aspects. Like for example, probably all of us know that now the government has given initiative for the digitization. More on digitization. Everything we try to do digital. So in that context, what is the requirement? Requirement is that you have to be very good you have to have a very good geoinformatics system, geospatial. You have to have very good the UAV facility, drone facility, drone data processing facility, drone assembling, because with the drone data only we can then geotagging all these things, GPS facility. So these are how you will do that unless you train people. People means to the student.
Yeah.
So we created an ecosystem here. We have a very well developed skill development center on geospatial technology. So which is we developed in Khanapara, and probably this is the best in the country at this moment, where we invite students from all over Northeast to come over there, give them training on different aspects, data processing, pilot, and of course one of our pilot training institute, recognized pilot training institute, has already started a few days back, and then first batch is already going on, that is dedicated to women. So this is how we are connected to the school students. Even we are allowing the school students to come over there to see the facilities, and at the same time now we are also working with the AICT, the All India Technical Council, that we all know that now particularly in Northeast, we are lagging in the STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Even probably all of you know that in Meghalaya, still mathematics is not a compulsory subject in the school level. It's an elective, somebody can take or somebody cannot take it also. So it is same thing is in other part of the Northeast also, except Assam. So the government has initiated a STEM lab facility where the student will come and think something about this out of the box thinking, and with the facility that we have provided them in the lab, they will develop something which is connected to some understanding of physics, chemistry, maths, computer, or biology, something like that. So that facility, the whole thing has been initiated through IISc Bangalore, Indian Institute of Science and Technical Science, Bangalore, and the nodal center is IISER Pune. So we are closely connected to IISER Pune, and the first STEM lab of Northeast we are going to, for the schools, we are going to develop in Meghalaya, Sikkim, Shillong, and slowly we will take it up to the other part of the Northeast. So that's what we are also. Similarly, if you know that now AI and machine learning is one of the prime area among the student community. But the student only can do AI machine learning activities only when they go to the engineering courses. So why not the other students can take the benefit of that? So we are also trying to look at it how AI machine learning a certificate or kind of a very introductory course can be adopted in the schools, right? So that through NEP, we know that new education policy provides us the flexibility to take some new courses. So from the 9 to 12 student standard, they can be, and they can, by their choice, they can come and take the course, and then they can get the understanding of the new concept of AI and machine learning. So this kind of thinking we are initiating to develop in Northeast. So and there are many others examples are there.
Okay.
So that's what we are connected to the school student.
According to you, which of the states in Northeast are easily accessible for technology outreach and which are difficult to outreach? Means who?
So as of course, it is a very simple thing. We know that Assam is very easy because it's very nicely connected all over to the other part of the country. Meghalaya also to some extent okay now. But Mizoram is a very, very difficult. Nagaland is very difficult. Arunachal is very, because of the road communication. Arunachal to some extent is okay nowadays. I can give you an example. We wanted to that install one the solar cold storage that we purchased. We took the technology from National Institute of Solar Energy in Ghaziabad and wanted to install in a very remote place of Mizoram. So to take that cold storage, because it was transported through a big truck, and the roads were so bad. So from Aizawl to that place, it's hardly around 70 kilometers, but it took us 5 days.
Oh,
5 days to take it over there. So, and then of course, this is one aspect, logistic and transportation one aspect. Other aspect is that people are not concerned about the technology. People are still that awareing people about the technology, awareing people about the technological benefits. All these things are still lagging in few states like Nagaland. It's very, very poor. Arunachal is of course coming up. Mizoram also, they are confined to themselves. They don't want to come out from their own these things. So there are these things, but of course these are some. One has to take it in a positive manner. So this is an opportunity you get to involve them and to work for them.
What kind of collaborations NECTAR has made with educational institutions so far, and how it has a benefit to both the sides?
Yeah, let's see. We have a very strong. We have an MOU with Cotton University, for example. We have MOU with the NEFO. We have MOU with few departments of IIT. We have MOU with some other institute. So what we can do? Like what I told you, that the kind of training center that we have in Khanapara, our Khanapara center, similar kind of training center we have developed with Cotton University in mobile mode. So we take it up to the college or university, and we do the training program for that particular student, college or university student, and then again the whole system we can take it back to the other places. Like once we did it Cotton University, the next one we have done in some ITI in Mizoram. So next one we will be doing somewhere in Tripura. So that's called mobile kind of training center training. But this is what we have developed only in the geospatial sector, not in the other sector at this moment. So geospatial, as we know that it's a booming sector, because with that only we can actually find out what are the resources available in our places. So for example, suppose you want to understand the biomass, or you want to understand the forest sequestration of entire forest in Assam or in Meghalaya. So only through geospatial technique you can. So you basically can understand the actual asset that you have with you in terms of resources.
Okay.
So that's a important thing. So this is required. It's a very close connectivity with the institute or the scientific institute or the university is very much important, because through them only we can get the talent who can work for that, and it's a win-win. Basically, they will also, their project work will also be, they can do under some project, so their project work will also be done, and we can also do our whole work through them, and at the same time they will also earn some amount of money during the project. So that's the whole concept.
So how NECTAR is promoting innovation as its strategy?
So that's not a prime thing, but that comes as a byproduct. So for example, in doing a project in Meghalaya, one guy has developed a ramp pump. So what is the ramp pump? So taking water from down to up without electricity, that's an innovation. So that innovation can be protected in terms of copyright or patent. Similarly, one lady from Manipur, probably all of us know her very well, because she is extracting fiber from the lotus root, and from that fiber she is making very high quality clothes, shawl and all this, very high quality. So that's a unique technique that she has developed. So that is her copyright. So that is her innovation. So then this copyright has been protected. So and then she became popular all over the country. When once Prime Minister had a talk with her in Mon Ki Baat, so in a day she became popular. So a lot of people are now visiting, coming, and a lot of people are taking her to give training to the other part of the country. So such things are happening because of her own innovation. So this is what we have been trying. But that's not because our main concern is the technology dissemination, livelihood generation. But in doing so, 1, 2, 3 may come out.
Okay.
So out of 162, if you get 16 number, that's a very good number.
So now next question is, like, what NECTAR is doing, or what kind of excitement NECTAR has in new emerging technology for investing?
Yeah, that already I told you. See, now we are doing what, because we have got 2 big projects under PMDY, which is Prime Minister's Development Initiative in Northeast. So one of this project is that, very unique, is that how to use banana tree, the 100% utilization of banana tree using technology. So in this case, we will have 3 products which will be common. One is the extraction fiber from the stem. We will be extracting fiber from the stem. So another thing is that you know that banana stem is consisting of huge amount of water. To cut banana, it comes with water. Where from this water comes? It comes from the ground. So when it comes from the ground, it went through lot of filtration process. So this is the purest form of water. and we have tested that it's a very highly antibacterial. Right? So antibacterial means you can use for the many purposes. So now when you extract fiber, the remaining part along with the water can come out. So you store them, press them, you get the whole water. So water you then put some enzyme and something like that. It depending on what kind of enzyme, what kind of fertilizer they want to produce. So that becomes liquid fertilizer. So you are getting fiber, you are getting liquid fertilizer. Remaining portion you can use the biomass. So from this stem, first thing three product you are getting: fiber, liquid fertilizer, biomass. Again from the fiber, if you beat it, you can make cotton. So from cotton you can make yarn, means you can make clothes, which is very popular nowadays. Again from the stem, without making fiber, if you do some technological thing, you can make leather, which is called vegan leather. So vegan leather means it's a huge demand because it is really making a huge impact to the environment. If you go to the Kanpur sometimes, you will find that all the way where the animal leather is producing, you cannot move in the road because of so bad smells. However, here there will be no smells, and it is highly biodegradable. So you can produce vegan leather. Again, from the cotton that we produce, you can make sanitary pads, which is highly antibacterial. We have already done and given to the 75 girls schools in Tripura as well as in Meghalaya as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav concept, 75 years of. So this is all proof. So again, from the fruits, you know that there are, as per data says that there are 43 different types of species of bananas in Northeast. I never knew that earlier. Now, this includes many very good tasty bananas. Now, as I told you earlier that we have drying machines. So you dry it over there, different types of banana, then fuse it, grind it, and put it some badam pista over there. Then you can come out with a very nice protein vita, which can really compete with Horlicks, Bournvita or something like that. So such kind of innovative things are technologies, or technology, innovative technology. Leather is very good. I am sure that this would come up in a big way. Similarly, this liquid fertilizer is a very good useful product. Then sanitary pads, which is because I've seen that that if you go to any supermarket, big supermarket, you will get bamboo sanitary pads made in China. But actually, if you really look at it, do some homework very carefully, it doesn't differ with respect to other sanitary pads. We have done all testing. So they are marketing strategy in such a way that they take it to the all over the somehow, as in the name of bamboo sanitary pads. So we don't have that kind of strategy market, but because we don't produce it at all. So if you produce it in a better way and really produce it, I have seen that, we have seen that how it is done. We have the technology, and definitely we can have it. And then biggest banana plantation area in the world is in Assam, which is Rongzuli, Boko, Garopahar, where the biggest banana plantation takes place all over the world. So why we only take the fruits, remaining portion, it is we are struggling to how to throw it out, because if you throw it out, rain comes, lot of insects are producing over there, which is a challenge. Now the whole trunk, the farmers can bring to the center, processing center, and he or she can sell it at 10 rupees trunk. So from the trunk itself, they can also earn some money. So this is the whole concept basically. I mean to say, when you take the innovative technology, so these are what the innovative technology, and these are what it can really go to the society.
Okay.
Right.
So next question is, what NECTAR is doing for the sustainability of its projects and initiatives?
I already mentioned, I already told you 2-3 sustainable keys. So without sustainability, nothing should work. So our main focus, prime focus is that how it is sustainable. So otherwise government money is unutilized. Many things is happened that people take the money from the government, nobody is there to monitor. So what happens, make some report and submit it, project is done, you also enjoy, government also says that okay, we have given some money. So that's not the case. What we did, that's why we have, because of the technology, because of digitization, we have created this thing in such a way that whenever we are giving a project to any X, his GPS tagging would be done. So by online itself, whenever he is submitting he or she is submitting a proposal online, where from he is submitting, tagging is done. So we know that this is Mizoram Lake village or some village, we know that. From now, suppose his or her project got sanctioned. So from the day one onwards, from the money entered to his name or her name, to his farm name or her farm name, we are making it mandatory that they have to upload the regular basis whatever they have done, either photographs or video, which we can check it sitting in our office itself.
Okay.
So that's what we monitor. Of course, I'm saying that it's not 100% successful. It's not that otherwise. So we are trying our best to make it successful and to make it well sustainable. 2-3 examples already I've given. You can always go to Ajaras, not far away from you, and you can make a story out of them also. You can see that how the 5 girls are working over there, how they're giving job to the other ladies also who were earlier housewife. Now they are earning some money. So there are many other examples I can provide you that which has a huge potential to work in Northeast.
Okay. So what are the long-term projects or long-term plans NECTAR has?
So as I told you that we have 2 big projects under PMDY. So which we are going to, as this is our own project which we gave from the Ministry of Donor, that we will be making this plant, 12 plants in entire Northeast, right? So one is Boko, and Boko one will be opening in the month of August, I think. The second one we are going to make it in Rivoi, Meghalaya. Third one is Kolasip in Mizoram. Then one in Nagaland, and the one in Tripura, Agartala. 6 we are planning initially. So each plant will have 3 products common: fiber, liquid fertilizer, and biomass. So each plant we are going to invest around 6 years. So this is a big project. So 12 plants in entire Northeast comes around 67 CR. So that's our own project. Similarly, one more project we are trying to, we got it from the PMDY, that's called Promotion of Scientific Organic Farming in Northeast. So in this case, we will be producing 250 farm labs, where a normal land, farm lab means a lab, where the lab will have a facility to convert a normal land into an organic land within the span of time of 2 years. So there the product, whatever the product they are producing over there will be organic product, which will be certified by a agency, either in the form of PGS or NPOP. If the PGS certification is, what does it mean? That then their product can be sellable as an organic product within the country. If it's an NPOP, then their product will be sellable as an organic product outside the country also. So these are some projects that we are taking, and the 250 farm lab, where we will be producing 25,000 trained organic farmers, and we are connecting directly them to the market connection, so that whatever the product they produce, they can immediately get the market. And we have also a very huge market linkage, because there are many big market, retailer market are connected to us, like Reliance retailer, Tata, they wanted to do marketing for them. So ultimately, idea is that how we can take the product from the Northeast to the entire world, the globe, through NECTAR.
Okay.
That's the main concept.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really very enlightening experience for all of us. We expect that within few years, Northeast will be leading technological hub of this country and the world. Thank you again.
Thank you. The technological hub in the sense of rural technology.
Yes.
We are not talking about the hi-fi technology. We are concentrating only on rural technology.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much.